first generation of Fight Camp revolutionized the at-home boxing game by allowing you to track your punches and your output in real time and see your long-term progress. And after years of learning, research, and feedback, we went back to the drawing board to bring you, drum roll please, the new Fight Camp Experience console. With this upgraded experience, you can now access the next level of Fight Camp. Starting with partner workouts. No need for just one person, you can now have another person work out with you, and our console does hold up to 4 trackers. An updated round-by-round scoring and punch goals, plus celebrations of new achievements to keep you motivated. A new look and feel on your live screen. You also will have simplified streaming, an easy step-by-step setup for a seamless experience. The console itself is also a charging dock, so you never have to worry about losing your trackers or them dying. As soon as you're done, stick them on it and you're good to go. Connect directly through an Ethernet cable if needed. And it's optimized for multiple accounts. In summary, if you like the first generation of Fight Camp, then you are going to love the new Fight Camp experience. So if you want more information, make sure you go to joinfightcamp.com to upgrade your experience today. This is Fight Camp, an interactive training camp from the comfort of your own home. Tutorials and guided paths walk you step by step through the basics and sharpen your technique over time. Punch tracking technology and leaderboards provide you built-in motivation to help you hit your goals. Learn more at fightcamp.com.
The brain to perfect the body.
Guess we both ain't shit. She lying to me and I'm lying to her. Fuck it, guess we both ain't shit. Guess we both ain't shit. Fuck it, guess we both ain't shit. She lying to me, stop lying to me. That boy you fucking hotter than me. Bitch, don't come crying to me. Fuck it.
Chill my dolo, I'm riding it solo, but I need my brother, I could never lie. They don't test me, no, they gonna arrest me. If they ever catch me, keep it right by my side. And I've been getting hot for too long now. I've been itching to make me a song now. In the bathroom, in the classroom, I've been waiting to drop all these bars down. Down.
Shaolin shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style. If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style.
Same with you. Same with you.
Shaolin shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style. If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style.
Same with you. Same with you.
fights the fight for us.
My number one constituents can't vote for me because they're students, they're in the classroom. So my fight is taking it to the State House and making sure all the dollars that we contribute to our tax base is coming back to the city of Brockton. When people talk about Brockton, they're not thinking negative, they're thinking positive. Once you invest into your youth, you're going to have a rich community.
Hi, my name is Karen. I'm a mother just like you, and my son rides a motorcycle. So please check twice, save a life. Motorcycles are everywhere.
For more information on sharing the road, visit mass.gov/RMV.
Do you feel lucky? Punk, I know you're wondering. Is this the booth, drafting the circuits, or Steve's video store? What is it? I sure know what it is. It's whobazoo.com.
The movie, music, news, television promos, trailers and videos used in this production are protected by the Fair Use Act. Section 107 of the Copyright Act. 1. The purpose and character of the use, including whether such use is of commercial nature or is for nonprofit educational purposes. 2. The nature of the copyrighted work. 3. The amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. 4. The effect of the use upon the potential market for, or value of, the copyrighted work.
In a world where speed is king and the streets are the battleground, meet Dominic Toretto, a man driven by family and the need for speed. And Letty Ortiz, the fierce and fearless driver who's always by his side. This summer, buckle up for the ride of your life. Dom and Letty are living life a quarter mile at a time. With their beloved garage at risk, they must face a new gang in town who isn't playing fair. Johnny Tran and his crew think they own these streets, but Dom and Letty aren't backing down. Get ready for a story of speed, love, and danger, where every race could be their last. Fast cars, cool cats, and high-octane action. Fast and the Furious, Retro Rev. Coming soon to a drive-in near you. Be there or be square.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
This is blasphemy. This is madness. This is the proof.
Broadcasting from the City of Champions, Brockton, Massachusetts, with your host, Keith Sinister One Hayes.
All right, your boy Citizen One broadcasting live from the City of Champions. You are listening to The Booth. Watching The Booth is 8/18/2026. I'm just waiting for my guest to come in here. Actually, he was in here. I don't know where he went. Let me check my messages and see where he went. Let me get the Zoom link over to him again. Hold on, people. I'm just doing some stuff on the fly. And trying to get my guest in here. But you guys are watching The Booth is 8/18/2026. This is crazy. We are just flying along through the year here. We got a lot of stuff going on to close out the year. I DJ'd this past weekend. I want to thank everybody for turning out for the event that we held at Mom's Showcase and Ride Out. It was a great time. If you guys saw the video that I had, there was also a slight incident involving a young kid outside of Foxborough. So it was pretty crazy. You got to go on my page and check it out and see it. Hold on, I dropped something. But I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm waiting to see what's going on because my guest was actually here. The guest was in the chat. And I'm seeing where he is. All right. So he's trying to get into the Zoom. So let me go into my sponsors and supporters right now. Michael Douglas Barreto, MDB Electronics, lifetime warranty available if you go in and you pay for your lifetime warranty. He fixes the Xbox controllers. Michael Douglas Barreto Electronics. Viana Marie Music is everywhere. Streaming live. Viana Marie, It's Personal was her last project. It is available everywhere. Make sure to go out there and pump those streams up. And then at the range, Tactical Target Systems. Tactical Target Systems is where I get my stuff from. When you see me at the range, those life-size zombie targets. So you want to reach out to tacticaltargetsystems.com and see Don Robertson. Also, I Love Boston Sports. That is a Black-owned business. Please reach out to Marlon Williams out there at South Shore Plaza. He's got some great shirts. Football is back. Football is back. You want to make sure to get down there and get your shirts ready together for Patriot season. Celtics will be starting back up around October or so. So he'll have those shirts. And then you got Bruins shortly after that. Hold on. Let me see. My guest is coming in here. If he comes in, we can switch this over. He's coming in. Let's see. Yeah, he's coming in now. He's just going to have to unmute. Let me continue on with my... hold on. He's coming in here. What's up, man? Yeah, I can hear you. You're coming in choppy, but you just signed in, so you got to wait till everything evens out. You there? Hey, what's up? All right, you there? All right, yeah, you're still a little choppy, but let me just finish up with my sponsors right now. So my sponsor supporters, I Love Boston Sports, Black-owned business. Make sure to check him out, South Shore Plaza. Those are the shirts that we were doing as a giveaway. And then Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography. Ladies, if you want to get some photos taken that you never thought you would take, reach out to Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography, and she will let you, get you in the place, get you in the mood, make you feel comfortable about yourself and your self-esteem. That's my artist, Viana Marie. Picture there, Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography. Also, Black-owned business, Underwatch Protective Services. If you need any type of mobile patrol, foot patrol, armed guards, or unarmed guards, reach out to my man, Daryl Smith out of Boston, CEO, Underwatch Protective Services, Black-owned business. He did his thing for us for my ride in Boston for the String Shots for Shriners. And then before we get into the news booth, Actually, I'm going to mention this news booth story first, real quick, before I get into my guest in the upper left-hand corner. In the news booth, the first story I want to mention is that we are about to do a street dedication here in the city of Brockton on September 20th. That street dedication is for the Makhi brothers, Makhi and Terry Boston. As you guys know, they were tragically killed in the car accident in Randolph. They will be naming the intersection of Trabue Street and now will be called Boston Brothers Way. 9/20 is the date. Make sure you come through, show your support. It's a tragic story, but they're trying to make some positive. So you want to come through the Brockton, 9/20/26, Makhi and Terry Boston, Boston Brothers Way, street dedication. Again, come through, support. My first guest on here, not only does he have this event coming up that I want him to talk about, but he also is the host of the Focus the Win podcast. He's got a lot of crazy guests that be coming through on this show. I was checking out his show, following it on YouTube, started following on Instagram. He's got a lot of the old school rappers. He had one of my favorite rappers, and they just announced they're coming to Boston. Fredo Starr from Onyx was on your show. They're coming to Club Jewel. And I was like, I'm going to go to Club Jewel to see them. And then I just found out they're now coming down to the Boston Commons, and they're going to be performing there in September. So I'm actually going to just change my date, and I'm probably going to be seeing Onyx in Boston instead. And Sticky Fingers, Fredo Starr. Sticky's like one of the best, most underrated lyricists out there. One of the most underrated lyricists out there when you're talking guys that have come up. So, Frank, introduce yourself. Let them know who you are and what you got going on, man. Yeah, we can hear you now. You're all evened out.
Everything good?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay. Also, my name is Frank Nino, man, from Springfield, Mass. The name of the podcast is Force to Win. It's not Focus, it's Force.
Force to Win.
Yeah,
all right.
Force to Win.
Force to Win. Got you.
Yeah, Force the Win. Yes.
Okay, got you. Force to Win. All right. And you're everywhere, right? You're on.
Yeah, be on YouTube, all the audio streaming platforms, iHeartRadio, Spotify podcasts, Apple podcasts, wherever you watch the podcast, you can listen to the audio. You know what I'm saying? And you can watch the visual on YouTube.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice,
check that IG.
Force the Win podcast. So make sure to check them out.
Yeah, Force the Win podcast.
Got a lot of stuff going on, but I have him coming on here. Well, let's really talk about your podcast, because whenever I have fellow podcasters on, I like to have, come on and help them promote their stuff and get their stuff. What inspired you to start a podcast?
Shout out to my co-host, Leticia J. But what inspired me to start the podcast is I've been doing this before even the podcast era started. I was in the DVD era. You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
Yeah. Oh, you was in the DVD era? What was your name of your DVD?
Way back. No, so I started doing online streaming back with my cousin and my other cousin from Yin Yang, D-Rock. We were doing this stuff on internet radio way back in the day. We were doing all our stuff on what was called Ustream, and you would have to go out and buy the internet service.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was doing it that way. We was uploading. It was costly, but it was before podcasting even really had a name. I was actually doing stuff on web TV and writing all my coding in HTML back in the day, which was very time consuming. And back then you didn't have all this stuff. You just had GIFs. You didn't even have GIFs. You just had JPEGs back then. So it was kind of crazy stuff, So I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah. Now I was in the DVD era, so I used to run around with the camera, get interviews, you know what I'm saying, wherever I can get them, set up interviews with artists that was in the streets with it, you know what I'm saying? So like, like the Smack DVD, Cocaine City, stuff like that. Yeah, we was I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of experience interviewing artists just doing that. And then how the game switched up, and then, sooner or later it just came to me like, you know what? You gotta start the podcast, you gotta move with the times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And back then, when the DVDs, what was the popular basketball DVD that was out there. You were out there around that same time where they were going
You
to the
talking about what?
courts.
You talking about the and one?
And ones, the and ones. Yes.
Yeah.
That was crazy stuff going on out there. So you've been doing this for a minute. So you're like me. You kind of made that transition into the new stuff, and now you're doing this Forced to Win podcast. So it looks like you're doing really good stuff. You've got a lot of great guests coming on your show.
Yep.
And it's a lot of work. So I take my hat off to you and I commend you for what you're doing. And you're about 50, 60 shows in right now?
No, we at episode 75.
75 you're at? Nice.
Yeah, me and my co-host been doing it. It's about to be 3 years in a couple months.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice. So we got you on here because you've got this big event coming up. And I want you to talk about this event that you have coming up.
Yeah, so it's called the Independent Drip. So it's basically an event I'm doing with like a lot of independent clothing designers and independent artists, So I got a couple of independent artists performing. We got the pop-up shop with a couple of independent apparel designers coming through with their stuff, So it's just somewhere where everybody can meet and connect, and network, the clothing designers, people running the independent brands with the independent artists, because I feel like they go hand in hand.
Yeah, it does. Branding is something very important. If you want your stuff to take off these days, you got to get your LLC, pay that little $500 to get your stuff ready, going, get yourself legit. And one of the things that, you tell people, when people like you provide this atmosphere, the key is you can tell people all the time, hey, take advantage. If you don't take advantage, you lose out. So, I'm hoping to see a lot of people come through and take advantage of this situation, because I saw it and I'm like, man, this looks like really something good for people to take care of, get their brand out, break their bread.
It's dope, man.
It's build.
I got like 7 artists performing. We probably got, it's a intimate setting. It's not nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is, we're going to set it off with this and hopefully grow it bigger. But this is something that's more intimate. 7 artists performing. We probably got like 15 vendors, 15 to 20 vendors there, So it's just something that people can come through, chill, connect. I got a lot of DJs in the building, other podcasters in the building, other producers, just people, just the whole music scene in the building, just, networking and looking at people's clothing and, other vendors in there. We got a couple of food vendors, a couple other type of vendors up in there too. Not only clothing, but it's mostly clothing.
Nice. And, Boston really has kind of been this under the radar designer wear city. We've had a lot of people put some stuff out there, make a little bit of a name for themselves, but we really never popped off. And it's the same thing with the music scene. The music scene has been here for many, many, many years. I go way back to when Guru was rapping and he was, trying to get his shine on back up out in Attleboro at the studios out there. Boston's had some people come out of it, but not like we really should. But now Boston's really finally starting to make some noise, getting recognized. I talked about this Kyle Rich show coming up with the young kid 11K from Brockton, who's going to be opening up for him at Big Night Live.
Kyle Rich is coming over there. What? Kyle Rich from 41?
Yeah. Kyle Rich is coming on Big Night Live in August. Actually, it's this weekend. I think it's the 20th or 21st this weekend. And 11K is opening. 11K from Brockton is opening up for him for this show. So this is a good look for him. It's a good look for a lot of people for getting on these shows, because Boston for the longest time has had this crab in the barrel mentality. So it's nice to see.
I think it's all. It's like New England period, not just Boston. It's just New England period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like people got to get more out of the comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Get your content in front of strangers. People tend to just stay in their radius and worry about the DJ or the promoter or the couple, popular rappers in their area that are not paying attention to them and get frustrated. When the world is big out here, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you don't even got to go that far. I'm from Springfield. I'm not from Boston. I'm from Springfield, Mass. You know what I'm saying? So even coming to Western Mass is a little different. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
there should be no reason why artists from Boston not coming to Western Mass and vice versa. Western Mass going to Boston. You know, you should be in Providence. You should be in Connecticut, Hartford, Waterbury, you know, New Haven, Bridgeport. You know what I'm saying? Go down, you know, go down to 90, go hit up Worcester. You know, there's a lot of different places you can go tap in with, you know what I'm saying? And you can go back home the same day. So people just gotta want to put that work in, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And for
I
the
think
longest
people get
time,
stuck. I think people get stuck.
right, for the longest time, Boston was kind of stuck in this certain mentality, lyrics-wise, and then you know the lyrics really started coming around through many artists. You know, the Joiners, the Tokens, all these people started coming around with different type of flows and cadences and lyrics. But what do you think is really putting Boston on the map? Do you think it's the beat making from some of the great producers we have around here, or do you think it's the lyrical talent, or do you think it's a combined effort that's really putting New England on the map right now?
I think it's a combined effort, and I think it's the availability of information. You know, you as an artist, you have to understand this is a business, and you got to treat it like a business as such. You got to treat it like a business first. So I feel like as far as marketing and promotion, a lot of us don't have that type of information. You know what I'm saying? So people just putting out music blindly, and they don't know how to get it to the masses. You know what I'm saying? People, I don't think there's a structure people are following to actually get the music out. Like people drop, then they stop, they go, stop, go. There's no scheduling, there's no structure. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what everybody the lack of information in order to get your content in front of strangers. I think people go about it the wrong way sometimes. You know, there's different ways you can do it, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's just hard for us to grasp that and like capture the way to do it correctly and reach people, you know? Like you go ask a lot of artists if they have an EPK, a lot of artists don't got EPKs, a lot of artists don't got websites, a lot of artists ain't got nothing capturing like their people's emails, people's phone numbers, your own database system to where you can go back and retarget your consumers. You know what I'm saying? So how are you building? You know, people are just running. It seems like people are just running in circles. It's not that talent is there. You know, New England we got a sound. There's not multiple different sounds, but you know, I feel like it's not the music. That's just the way you're putting the music out. I feel like we're not reaching that pinnacle. You know.
Right. It's funny you say that because one of my biggest pet peeves on this show I talked about when dealing with Boston artists is like the simple stuff. Like no one really knows when you talk about split sheets. And I'm like, okay, well, how you doing all these features without collecting money off a split sheet? And you know, we give people split sheets to sign and fill out with their government because you got to put your government name on there, you know. And it's like, well, I don't want to put
your government name on there. You got to put
you got to use your government name to get your money.
Your IRSC code on there, you know what I'm saying? You know, put your ASCAP or BMI number. So, you know, but it's a whole bunch of stuff, man. Like, you know, when you sign up for these DSPs, like, you know, whoever you use, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff you got to do once they give you the UPC code and they give you your IRSC code and all that. You got to go back and re-sign up everything. You got to go on Song Trust. You got to go on Song Trust. What else? Sound Exchange. You know what I'm saying? You got to go on different places to put your music out so you can get the most money out of each stream. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
There's a lot of things you got to, and they made like this on purpose, yo. There's a lot of things you got to do as an independent artist every time you drop, and it's so tedious that you tend to skip it. So a lot of people only getting their mechanical royalties. They're only getting the money off of whatever Spotify pays or you know, Apple Music or Tidal, you know, that they're not getting the other money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the funny,
so
and you're bringing up
a
good point.
It's hard, man.
You're bringing up a good point because a lot of people don't know this, but I was actually brought to this. This was brought to my attention many years ago. There's a thing called black box royalties, and what people don't know about black box royalties is if you're an artist and if you're not getting that money from your royalties, guess what happens? It goes to the black box, and then that black box, those royalties stay there for 3 years. Then after 3 years, guess who gets that money? The Taylor Swifts, the Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, all the people who are living the luxury of life are getting your money that you worked hard for, but you didn't take the time and effort to put in for that. And that's crazy. Crazy.
And that's what I'm saying, but that's why you got to learn the business. It's hard, man. It's a lot. And they do this on purpose to trip you up. You know what I'm saying? So.
Good stuff. So this event, Independent Drip, it's going to be a great event. Let people know the date the time and where that's going to be, sir.
It's August 30th, Sunday, August 30th. It's gonna be in Indian Orchard, Springfield, Mass, 34 Front Street. Like I said, from 12 to 6, we got my man DJ Lucas from Amherst performing. I got Fuego Bass performing. I got King Bricks coming through from Boston. Got my man Mula Monopoly coming through.
Oof, hearing that name quite a bit around people. This area. Nice, nice. I said I've been hearing that name quite a bit around this area, the Mula Monopoly. I've been hearing that quite a bit. So
yeah, shout out to them. They're moving. Headliners Entertainment. They're moving around. They're from Worcester.
Okay. I gotta check them out. Keep that up. There's a lot of new music out here, a lot of under the radar artists out here. I gotta mention real quick, since we're on the topic of music, Notorious Outsiders just dropped a new joint. People, please make sure to go and check them out. Notorious Outsiders doing their work. We got a lot of local artists here who make a lot of noise and really should be popping off. We got to start showing a lot better support in the Boston area and less hate. That's my opinion. We got to work.
Yeah. It goes both ways. We got to definitely show more support, but also the artists got to learn how to market and make it easy for people to support. People put stuff out. They might put the song out one time and never share it again. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to create. You got to sit here, create momentum, and create a movement. You know what I'm saying? There's so much content, there's so many artists coming out. It's just not everybody's just not gonna follow you, and you can't even take that personal. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
It's funny. It's funny because you got artists like a Cardi B, top tier, can put a song out and it's dead within, and she got to keep that. You got to keep that going at the top tier.
But she got major label support though. You know what I'm saying? You're an independent artist, so you got to do this on your own. And like I said, you got to have a structure. You got to be consistent. It can't just be you drop one day, then you stop, you go. You got to be consistent. And as an artist, you got to learn how to make content as well. Like what we're doing now is content. Do a lot of interviews, chop them up, clip farm them. Just keep yourself out there. People want to these days. I feel like the consumer wants to know who the artist is. You know what I'm saying? So tell people your story. Let people hear who you are. You know what I'm saying? And put the music out. Right now it's about building the brand. Them days of artists is getting signed for $1 million by a major label, all that is over. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you like a real lyrical street rapper or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not putting money behind that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta build your own brand up and then partner up with the labels after. Once you're generating your own money, you can prove what you're generating, and they see you can make some money on your own. Then they'll probably partner up with you and help you get to the next level. And even then, it's still hard because. I'm
gonna see. Let me see if we got in the chat. So we got the event is gonna be August 30th, and you guys want to make sure to check this event out. Some of the vendors you said you got there is gonna be in the house. You said with about 15 vendors you got coming through. About 15.
Yeah, about 15 to 20 vendors. Yep. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. So good turnout. Definitely want to support this guy. I saw the event, and like I said, we need to support events just like this. Get out there, support. That way this guy can make this event a yearly event. We want to make sure that this is a yearly event. And then again, what do you got coming up on the podcast, man? Before we let you get out of here.
What we got coming up? Like what? Like
for guests.
I got Murder Mook and T-Rex. You know what I'm talking? You know them? Battle rappers?
Yes. So I do a podcast with Kevin Jeffries out of Ohio. He covers a lot of the battle rap. And
so we got an interview dropping with them next. I got an interview with Hot 937 out here.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Hot 937. So I got the personality from there, Big Reg. You know Big Reg?
Yep.
Huh?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Big Reg?
Big Reg from 93.7. The DJ.
Yeah, yep. Him. I got him coming. I got an interview with him. Oh, my God, DJ. There's another big DJ right here doing an interview. Why not? Come over here real quick, man. Come out of them real quick. Look at big DJ Why Not, man. He does a lot of the big events out here.
I see him all over. DJ Why Not's putting in work. I hear his name. His name comes
You heard
up
his
when
name
I'm
before?
out here.
Nah, I'm doing
Yo, I've heard DJ Why Not. I DJ. I'm under Sinister One Productions. What's up, DJ Why Not?
Okay,
I see
how you
his
doing,
stuff
man?
all
How
over
you
the
doing?
place. What's
Yes,
up,
indeed.
man?
I'm gonna let you.
No,
I'm gonna
no
let you
problem.
talk to the famous 413 guy.
Nah, that's my guy right there. He's from the same town. He's from the same town, the 413, man. But you know.
Yeah. I be seeing his name all over the stuff too. DJ Why Not? I be seeing him. Boston got a lot of good DJs out here putting in work. So I got to give a big shout out to everybody who's out here putting in their work on the DJs. You know, it's good. It's good stuff. There's a lot of work to be done. I've been busy all summer. This has been a crazy summer for me, but it's nice to be busy. I guess you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Yeah. Yep.
So you got a lot of stuff going on. I'd like to link up with you, meet up with you. I'm DJing already on the 30th. I'm already booked for an event that day. Are you gonna be attending the Onyx show in Boston? You gonna try to make that?
When is that? Was that?
The Onyx show. That's
when is
coming
that?
up in September 19th. In Boston,
I might try. I'll be in Boston. I'll be in Boston Sunday for a fashion show that my homegirl Miss Chic is throwing.
Oh, okay.
She's throwing a fashion show downtown Boston. A kids fashion show. So
damn, a kids fashion. Oh, just in
giving
time
some
for
Force to Win merch.
Oh, damn.
Yep. I'll be there this Sunday in Boston doing that.
Okay.
You know.
Damn it. That's the 23rd.
Yeah.
I'm DJing the 3-on-3. I'm DJing the 3-versus-3 basketball tournament on Sunday that was moved from Saturday. So now I'm doing this on Sunday, but I might try to see if I can peel through there. Nah, great stuff, Frank, man. Great for having you on. Like I said, I saw your event. When I see events like this, my main thing is to make sure I try to promote and just pass that information along. You know, we all need to share and support and pass that information along.
Appreciate it.
And get people to go and
Appreciate
support these events. Nah, man, it's good stuff. You're doing good things. You got a good-looking show. You're putting in the work. Quality show, man. Top show. I really like it, and I'm going to keep my eye on it and make sure I subscribe to it. Guys, subscribe to it all over. He's on YouTube. He's on Spotify. He's everywhere. iTunes, Apple, all that stuff. Get on there. Support him.
Yep, iTunes, Apple. Yep.
Yeah, support them, support, share. And people, leave comments. Sometimes just watching the show doesn't help because a lot of these algorithms, the comments is what really gets that activity going.
Yeah, the comments. That's how you do it, the comments.
I know this stat on my Facebook. When I get my Facebook royalties, the comments is what really, the comments and the reels is where it really comes in. The real views and comments are crazy.
Yeah.
So, you got to support people. So, man, great stuff. Thank you for coming on the show, man. And good luck on the 30th, man.
Thank you.
No problem. Frank Nino with us. We're gonna take a quick break. Gonna be back here with more Booth after this. Hold tight. Let me take a quick break. Be right back. Boom.
All right, man. All right, hit me up, man. Send me your number.
Yeah, definitely. Get out to
Voila, by the holy Quran, I lay my hand upon. I blaze Bezos, inflict inflammatory damage on Amazon. Burn it down like when they put the cattle on. The hottest on the map since the Atlas of Catalan. King of Mali, with cold bars you can't escape from. Lyrically, I pack heat, you pack a tape gun. I'm laying the blows you can't dodge, this ain't sales tax. I left footprints in the Sahara, I know how to try. Plus dorks like .com bubbles when I hit them. Nah, you can't spit, you got that algorithm. Here's a nugget of advice to get your union problems handled. Want workers that don't piss? Hire some camels. I expanded horizons with libraries and mosques while you chopped off the top of all the mom and pop shops. All you widened was the gap between the haves and have-nots. Now they ordering or living in your cardboard box.
At Amazon, our product research is phenomenal, but I've never heard your story. And I own Audible, so go dig some more gold there, Kanye West Africa. I'm hotter than the soundtrack to Battlestar Galactica. Never trade blows with Jesse Jeff Bezos. Egghead with a huge set of huevos. I serve more people on the web than Spider-Man. You rap like a soccer mom, that's why you're rowing caravans. You're overrated, like you leave economies inflated. You're about to taste some of that salt that you traded. What's the long-term play in giving your wealth away? Cause now I feed your whole country for the price of a cup of coffee per day. So bow to me like you did to the king of Cairo. You're about as hack as Saudis have hit my iPhone. You'll be more ashamed than when you accidentally killed your mom. When I make you shit your pants, worse than diapers.com.
Hey yo, Lex Luthor, you look like a villain at Comic-Con, you getting ate up. You should've battled me on Ramadan. A harem of women's what I had on my staff. You married one woman, Jeff, and she cut you in half. David Pecker picked the peck of your Peter pigs. Now your new girl got them feeding me Seymour lips. And it turns out her own brother was the snitch. He, woo, fix your face, no wonder you bought Twitch. Now let me really break it down because there's more to him. He ain't a Bezos, his real name is Jorgensen. But daddy loved unicycles more than him, so he rolled out, now that's a blue origin. Take one small step towards...
All right, it's your boy back here, broadcasting live from the City of Champions. I want to thank my guy, Frank Nino, for coming on the show. Instagram, at Frank Nino1, at Frank Nino1. And make sure to support this event. I got to correct that again. That's Force the Win podcast. Force to Win, the Win podcast. So I had Focus, which is wrong. So I'll fix that in the titles and stuff of that sort. Let me get back into the news booth. As I mentioned, the street dedication is coming up on 9/20 for Makhi and Terry. And then also in the news booth, we've got the Xfinity latest update, the latest Xfinity update. The Wi-Fi devices in your house can now see motion and send alerts. So if someone's in your house and they walk by your Amazon TV or your Fire TV or whatever, anything that's a Wi-Fi device can now detect motion and send alerts. Your phone, I'm gonna say your monitors on your computer itself, your laptops, anything that connects to Wi-Fi. Your fridge, if you got one of these smart fridges, I got a brand new smart washer all in one that's got Wi-Fi. So anything walks by it or goes past it, it can pick it up and send you an alert, which is kind of crazy. In the entertainment booth, let's get into the entertainment booth. Hayden Panettiere dies at 36. The reports are coming in. It looks like this is going to be another sad, tragic Hollywood story of someone at a young age, 36, gone because of drugs, but it's not really because of drugs. It's because she was struggling with depression, postpartum, and issues she went through as a kid, as a child, who was pushed into this sexuality role. She was part of the hashtag Me Too, forced into a relationship with an older man to help the show Heroes progress. As you guys remember, she was actually in a relationship with Vilo Ventimiglia. Supposedly they said that they didn't start dating until she was 18, but we don't know that. But they did. They were in a 2-year relationship, and then she had a child with I want to say Vladimir Klitschko, the boxer. I believe she had a child with him. And then she was in a relationship on and off with the same guy. He's was in her book with this abuse stuff, and she's gone through a lot of crazy stuff, crazy dark Hollywood stuff. She wrote a book, put it through her mother under the bus. It's kind of that situation where the parent is pimping the child out, and so that person can be a celebrity. It's crazy stuff, and now I guess you could say she's at peace. And it's sad to say that. She's now at peace. But again, rest in peace, Hayden Panettiere, 36 years old. Also in the news booth, in the entertainment booth, 36 hours nonstop Avengers Doomsday. It's the same thing they did for Spider-Man. So on December 17th, 36 hours straight. Hey, excuse me. 36 hours straight of Avengers. Now, they just did this with Spider-Man. So in other words, realistically, it's not going to be sold out. You're not going to be going on there looking for tickets and it's going to be sold out. If you are like me and if you're a guy who can come home from work and take a nap and go out at midnight and see Avengers at midnight, I'm that type of guy. I'm going to go to Phoenix Theaters. I'm going to go see it. It's December 17th. The Avengers Doomsday right now, runtime is 2 hours and 47 minutes. 2 hours and 47 minutes. And with this latest trailer drop, I really don't care how long this movie is, because if you saw Spider-Man, do I have to do a spoiler alert? Yeah, I probably should. Hold tight. Hold tight. Let me do this real quick. I don't want to piss anybody off.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Okay, that's to protect myself because that's a spoiler alert. Because in the new Spider-Man kicks off their introduction to the mutants, and they brought Jean Grey. Jean Grey is actually the baddie in the new Spider-Man movie, Jean Grey. And there are so many Easter eggs in this movie. I could spend the whole show going through all of the Easter eggs that are in this film, this new Spider-Man Brand New Day. A ton of them. But I just will say, Jean Grey is the baddie in this film. And it's just insane. It's crazy. X-Men are being introduced. The X-Men cast was introduced this weekend. But then on top of that, Avengers Doomsday, Marvel Studios dropped a new trailer this weekend. And I don't think I've ever wanted December to be here faster than this. I don't think there's ever been a time in my life where I wanted... I mean, as a kid, you wanted December to hurry up because it's Christmas. But as an adult, I'm like, December, winter, cold weather, slingshot, and storage, all of that. This is probably the first time that I'm just like, skip everything and let's just get right to December. And we really can't skip everything because there's like the Wolverine PlayStation game that's coming out. The new Call of Duty is coming out. There's a lot of stuff from now until December. But just a week ago, there was a clip that was circulating around the internet that featured a fight scene between the Avengers and some of the X-Men against Dr. Doom on the battlefield. And in this scene, Dr. Doom brings the Mutant Hunters Sentinels back to operational mode. And when that scene had hit the internet, everyone was saying that Disney, they had all come out and they were saying that nope, it's fake, it's AI, it's not real, it's not true. I even was telling people that was saying, hey, did you see that leak trailer? And I'm like, nah, bro, they've already come out. They said it's fake. They said it's AI. They said it's not true. And Kevin Feige and them, they've done it to us again. They dropped this latest Avengers Doomsday trailer. Man, look, just watch.
Victor was always the smartest guy in every room. He used to be different. He used to be kind, he used to be caring. And then, everything he loved was taken from him. I knew he was lost, but I did not realize that he was broken.
Victor, did you do this?
All of you have lived, stolen lives. But now you must give them back.
Answer me, Victor! Did you do this?
I swear, you will beg for hell long before I grant it. Hell answers to me. For I am Doom.
Don't bother me. Don't call me. Don't look for me. Don't. Bryson Tiller, don't. Don't on December 17th, people. Don't. I'm just letting y'all know I'm not going to be around. Don't look for me. Don't. I'm pre-reserving. They're already taking reservations for this film already. I need to go with a few of my, I got to go with my sons and some, and people who understand Marvel. I need to go. I need to be with those people. I need to, when I went to see Black Panther 2, that was kind of what it was all like Marvel, people who knew. So I want to be able to go with them and be able to, you know, just geek out. I can't wait. I can't wait. December 17th. Man. And then on top of that, we've got Metal versus Rap. It's the new trailer for Call of Duty 4, Meet the New Squad. And here is that trailer. Last week I showed you a trailer called Traffic. This week they released a trailer for Modern Warfare, and I'm going to assume it's the opening scene. Let's check that out.
Everything around me, cream get the money, dollar bill, yo. I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no job.
뭐야? 잠깐만. 진짜 여기 누구야? 두파. 우탱. 형. 나도 들어보자. 야, 뒤에 들어간 거다. 이거 아니고.
Hey, fellas, I got my subtitles on. Speak my language, please.
We don't speak inbred. I told Chow not to eat the earbuds.
Chow, are you Chinese?
I was born in Seoul, you sheep. Come on, give it back.
Hey, rap's for pussies, okay? You gotta listen to heavy metal. Panettiere, you know them?
Oh, volunteer warfighter energy, huh?
Sorry, Dun. No war here. Just practice.
North Korea has new leader. They say he could...
The kid's just posturing, right? We're gonna call his bluff.
Guys.
Hey, listen, we can end that streak with a couple precision-guided 2,000-pound J-dams. According about yours truly, of course.
You didn't tell the cycle we're just going on a town patrol? Yeah, orders are anytime, any place.
Be ready. How old is this shit?
Come on now, old. Wu is OG. 9 masters of verbal warfare. A structured, disciplined, street-level brotherhood.
Hey, let them cook.
They dominate any threat with controlled aggression and a verbal swagger. You want to be a better Marine? Listen to Wu. So, done? I hear you shit on Wu-Tang again. You'll be coordinating those J-Dams out of your ass.
Solid copy, Lieutenant. Lieutenant West, can we make a pit stop at the Komatsu?
You hungry already?
A new guy is low on rations. I think I'm good.
Moon, how far to the go mark?
Right around the corner, Lieutenant.
Make it our next stop.
Yes, sir.
바삭바삭하니까 좋지, 어? 감사합니다.
The life is hectic.
Nice campaign mode. Really getting to know the characters. I can't wait. Again, Call of Duty, that's another thing we're all waiting for to come out. Let's get into the sports booth. In the sports booth, there's a picture of me in the gazebo the other night. NFL preseason week 1. The Patriots took on the Colts at Gillette Stadium, 13-13. It's only preseason, but in preseason, if you're the field goal kicker and you missed 3 field goals, 2 of those being situational field goals, really true good situational field goals to really solidify your job. You had a chance to take the lead, missed. You had a chance to get a walk-off game winner, missed. In what was beautiful night conditions, no wind, and he missed. Borealis missed. And that's not good in preseason week 1. So this week is the Eagles. Patriots will take on my son's Eagles for week 2 of preseason. Probably going to see more of the starters in week 2. So we'll see Drake. We'll see Drake because Drake may dress, but he didn't play. A lot of the starters had that first game off. Christian Gonzalez and several of them had that game off, and the press was really trying to grill Mike Vrabel, get him to crack, but he held down the fort. But we'll probably see a lot more of the starters against the Eagles. Should be a pretty good game. And we'll go from there. Patriots overall, what did they look like? It's tough because we really didn't see the starters, but we did see a lot of the new guys. One of the most impressive guys that stuck out to me was that new tight end they drafted. The kid is fast. I've seen bruising tight ends. I've seen guys like Gronk and Big Ben, just catch the ball and then just bruise it down the field. I don't think we've ever had a speedster tight end here, like a guy like a young Tony Gonzalez. Y'all remember that speed that Tony had at tight end. I think this kid is going to be nice if he can work his way into the roster. So preseason week 2 is this week. Philadelphia Eagles is who they're playing. Again, it's preseason. I'm not going super crazy posting and all that stuff. So if you guys were like, oh, it was Sinister One posting during, I save it for the regular season. I will annihilate your timelines during the regular season. Let's get into the legal booth. In the legal booth, court finds probable cause for assault and battery case against Mayor Rodriguez, and they will now proceed. So this is what I talked about with Chris Helms when Chris Helms was on here. I see a lot of people. So a lot of cases that everybody's been talking about here. And, people claim to say that I say I'm not a know-it-all. I just don't talk about stuff that I don't know nothing about. I want to wait and see how this legal stuff progresses with Mayor Rodriguez. Okay, so now they've found probable cause. So now they're going to move forward with this assault and battery case on this student. And, it's not, I don't know why everybody keeps going on about sexual when it's not assault and battery. This isn't a sexual violation. This is assault and battery issue. So we're going to see what's happening here. Gonna wait and see, but it's like I said, there's a lot of stuff I don't really talk about. I see everybody talking about this Lindsay Clancy case. I'm not even getting into it. It's a tragic story. I really put my feelings out there when it came to postpartum. You all saw me spill my guts out here on the Kelsey Fitzgibbons case, which was before this Lisa Clancy case, before this Lindsay Clancy case. I really let my feelings be known about postpartum during the Kelsey Fitzgibbons case and trial. You know, she was the police officer who they went to her house to take her stuff because she was diagnosed with postpartum, and her therapist felt that she was a threat to herself, so they went and collected her firearms, and then stuff happened and she got shot in the process. And then they tried to make her look bad, and it didn't work out that way. So, excuse me. So, I'm not really I'm not going to be like all these other people out here commenting on this stuff with Mia Rodriguez. Like I said with Chris Helms, let's see what happens. They obviously found something probable enough to move forward, so let's hear that evidence and let's move forward. If it's something really egregious or bad, okay. If it's really that bad and we really need to really move forward, then hey, we might have to look into stepping down. But right now, you know, these calls for him to step down and all this stuff, and you know, there's a lot of stuff out there about this girl that's out being told out there, real private stuff that really shouldn't be out there. And again, it's why I'm keeping my mouth shut, because the stuff I'm hearing on the other side, I'm like, I don't want to get into it. And you know, as a parent, I don't know if I've even, you know, knowing the history and hearing what I'm hearing, as a parent, I don't even know if I would want to put my daughter through this to reopen old wounds. So it's tough stuff. It's tough stuff. I don't know. But also in the legal booth, I was outside. Again, that's a picture from the gazebo. I spend a lot of time in my gazebo in the summer. But this here, I was just going through the channels. And as I was going through the channels, wow, crazy enough, Newsmax too, which I'm not really a fan of because that's a Trump channel, and they really be putting some crazy stuff out there. But this was something that I think everybody in this country is agreeing on right now. That's a problem in this country. And the big problem that's happening in this country right now, this summer, that's been a big problem because of social media and things of that sort, are the teen takeovers. I see a lot of people, you know, talking about the ones that happen here in Brockton. Everybody's just bashing Brockton. I keep telling people everywhere, it's not just Brockton. These problems that you're seeing in Brockton, they're not happening in just Brockton people. So I wish people that live in Brockton would stop doing that. I wish people outside of Brockton would stop doing that, because this isn't just a Brockton issue. These teen takeovers are happening across the nation. This is a nationwide problem. It's even worse in those places where they have the huge beaches. Florida is now complaining. There was several states right now that was being talked about on Newsmax. As you guys can see there in the bottom picture, it was a chief of police in New York. New York was also thinking about instituting what we were bashed for here, curfews. They were talking about one of the ways to stop these teen takeovers. Curfews was one of the first steps they're thinking about it. The second, I've been saying this, and I took a lot of heat for saying this, charge the parents. Charge the parents with the crimes. Why? Because for the last 6-7 years, parents haven't been doing their jobs as parents. They're too friendly with their kids. They don't hold their kids accountable. It's everybody else's kid's fault, or it's the teacher's fault why their kid's an asshole. We see this, we hear this. It's just common everywhere. And this New York former police chief, he was saying dead on. He said you need to cut the head off at the top of cut the head off the snake, he said, so to say. And the head of the snake are the parents. This is what he was saying. He was saying we need to start charging parents of these kids at these teen takeovers, and also these teen organizers, because some of these organizers are better than multi-million-dollar promoters out there when they're promoting events on social media. Some of these kids are promoting events and have got so many people showing up to these events. It's crazy. So what we would like to see, they said, is they want to start targeting parents whose kids host these takeovers. And rightfully so. I'm here for that. You start holding parents accountable for their kids' crimes, or the way they drive, or setting up events such as these takeovers that really can cripple a city, because they flood. When they do these takeovers, they flood this one area and they just go crazy. They flood the beaches, and as they had a video, it was in Florida where they were beating up cops. They didn't care because they outnumbered. They outnumbered the cops, so they didn't care. Imagine the cops finally just saying, you know what, I'm opening fire and shoot some of these kids. Imagine the outrage that would be there. Yet it would be rightfully so if a cop did that. So again, I'm here for this. I'm here for this. I'm here for charging parents for their kids' actions. Did I do shit when I was a kid? Yeah, hell yeah, I did. I did some shit that my parents didn't know about or they found out about. But the thing is you know, it happened. We got addressed if it happened. So, and that was back when you didn't have cell phones and social media and all this stuff. You know, you went to the bog cookouts. You knew where the keg party was going to be when whoever. I ain't gonna lie. I used to host parties whenever my dad and mom would go away to in November. They had timeshares, and my friends, we all knew about it, you know. But yeah, this teen takeover stuff has really gotten out of hand. So I'm here for this. I'm here if you're gonna start charging parents for that. Also in the legal booth, I think that's it in the legal booth. I think we just got Trump troubles, and in the Trump troubles, there's actually only one story because I got a lot on my plate for Trump troubles in 2 weeks. For when Rob and them return. There's a lot of stuff I really want to go over. But in Trump troubles, if you didn't know, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stepped away. She resigned. Everybody's asking why. The timing is sketchy. Once again, somebody from MAGA utilizes some type of personal excuse as to why they're stepping away from MAGA and why they're leaving to save their souls. But as you saw, you know, everybody leaves. They have some type of reason as to why they leave. They come up with some reason as to why. So Caroline Leavitt said she misses her new child. So she wants to be a mom and go home and be a mom to her child. This is why she's stepping away. Well, Iranian reports are saying it's not. They're pushing a conspiracy theory that when Trump recently was escorted out of Turkey and was in fear of his life, and he hid in a like a food container. You know, the thing on the plane where they put all the food in and bring the food down the aisles? He hid in one of those. But they're saying that he went on a decoy plane or he got off the decoy plane and was put on a different plane. But I guess supposedly the rumor that Iran is saying is that she wasn't told about it, and being the press secretary, she felt that she should have been told and should have been taken with him on whatever secured flight. There's no proof on this. This is just Iranian embassy pushing this conspiracy. We do know that when Trump did leave inside that container, there was another woman that was on the plane with him, but it wasn't Caroline Leavitt. So they're saying that's what they're using and saying, we'll know. We're going to know soon enough, because everybody who has left MAGA and have found their senses, who have found common sense, who regain for those who leave MAGA and regain their common sense, it all comes out. And once it comes out, they can't stop talking about it. The craziness that they was involved with. So, Caroline Leavitt, I'm pretty sure it has already been approached for tell-alls and things of that sort. So it's going to get real interesting around here and see. We'll see where it goes with, because I think the first time he flips and says some shit about her, I think it's going to be all hell will break loose when this happens. So that's about it. Hey, I got to thank my guest, Frank Nino, for coming on the show again. Independent Drip, August 30th. Make sure to check that out. That's going to be out in Springfield. Again, Force to Win podcast. Make sure to check that out. And that's about it. Let me get into my outro banners here. Those are the banners and the beanies that everybody has shown their support Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I got to get this other stuff out there. Shows I produce. Oscar Mike Radio on Thursdays. Drafting the Circus on Wednesdays. Turnbuckle Spit Liquor will be seen tomorrow night. Maddie C Sports on Sunday. Ride for free, I believe it's till November. Brockton Fire Department, today is the last day. Oh, actually, you had till 7 o'clock for the informational recruitment meeting. That was tonight. I hope people made it out to that. Back to School Fair takes place August 20th. That's 12 to 4 on Thatcher Street. The debate is coming up. NAACP debate, Tony Rodriguez against Michelle Dubois. Kyle Rich, 11K, August 21st. That's the show I was just talking about. Big Night Live. Go down there, show the support. Freshman new student orientation for Brockton High takes place 19th, 20th, and 21st. So that's coming up this weekend, 8:45 to 12 p.m. And again, the biker show for Broken Chains, again, that has been canceled. That was originally scheduled on the 22nd. That has been canceled. I will be DJing the basketball 3v3 tournament August 23rd, but I'm hearing rain now, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Back to School Celebration the 23rd. That takes place on Plain Street at the TRC, the Rock Church. Slingshots to the Summit was supposed to take place this weekend, but I guess the rain is going to mess that up, and there's a chance that that might be moved from Friday to Saturday. August 29th is African American Heritage Culture Day. That is going to be August 29th, 11 to 1 at City Hall Plaza. 10th Annual Savannah Strong Slingshot season is quickly coming towards an end in this area. August 27th to 29th, Hendricks County Fairgrounds. And then don't forget the Jalen Brown 741 Frequency Fest. That takes place at the Boston Common, August 30th, 2 to 7. I'm definitely going to do my best to make it there. Again, Michelle Dubois, incumbent. She's running for state rep, Democrat. Those are the dates left over she has for help. Key dates for upcoming primary election 2026. August 25th is the last day to apply to vote by mail. Also, Tuesday, September 1st, make sure you vote to elect, if you can, for Tony Rodriguez. As again, I put up everything for everybody. Manning Pool is still open. Not much time left. They'll be back in the school in the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks. So get your public swimming in. Downtown Brockton Arts Music Festival, Saturday, September 12th, 1 to 7. Make sure to check that out. And then, as I mentioned during the show today, save the date, September 20th, street dedication honoring Makhi and Terry Boston. And then September 19th and 20th, the Boston Pizza Festival takes place at Boston City Hall, 11 to 6. And then Holbrook Sportsman's Club hosts junior archery instruction program ages 12 to 20, 9 to 11, every first Sunday of every month. Brockton Arts Paint Nights. Join us every last Saturday of the month, 7 to 9 at the Enzo Art Gallery, $20 per person. And that's it. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I want to thank everybody for coming on the show, hanging out with me. It's been great stuff. Good times. And that's about it. It is 8:04. I want you all to be safe. Have a great weekend. And SpongeBob, do me a favor. Take us home.
See you next Tuesday.
Thank you for listening to The Booth on Hoobazoo and HatcherRadio.com. Please follow the Facebook page and subscribe to the podcast at Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. The Booth is a Sinister One production hosted by Sinister One.
I've got to start hanging out with friends that are a little more intelligent and understand politics and stuff. It's just that I'm up on this level up here, and all my friends are down here. Me, nah. You guys, nah. Maybe a little more down in here. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. These bitches hating, so you know I got to make it plain. Don't do cocaine, but your chick, my main. We stick together, true forever, yeah, you know we bang. I miss those days, which was easy. If only I make it, keep this shit on repeat. Now that I done upgraded, I've been upstate, and y'all think I'm playing. And I got a hit now for these weak assholes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit, I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
WHOOBAZOO, that's whobazoo.com. Enter website, enter website, enter website, enter website.